What's up, everyone? Welcome to the YouTube channel, Clearly Crypto, the channel where we want to know more, grow more, and reap the benefits. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Sorry for missing the video yesterday. I just started door dashing recently. Didn't have too much my time management was a little bit off there, so definitely had to make sure to juggle some things around a little bit better so that I can get on here and get these videos out here daily for you guys. So make sure to subscribe if you're not. I do come out with this crypto content daily to help you guys out. Everything that I learn, some news and knowledge for you from me to you to help you out in this crypto space. Make sure to get to follow me over on Twitter as well, where I share all of my additional crypto opinions, as well as things that I find, different things I learn about reading charts, things such as that. So make sure to follow me over here as well. For today's video, I have some pretty interesting stuff for you guys. Wanted to make sure to get quite a few things in here to help you out in the different things happening in the crypto world today. The first thing I have for you is a pretty interesting article that I liked reading. It had a very interesting point in here that I wanted to bring up to you guys just to keep in the back of your head, because if it is true, then it is going to make Ethereum quite a it will make it pretty valuable in my opinion. So Ethereum, which is ETH right there, Pantera Capital explains how the merge could make Ethereum a deflationary asset. So for those of you that don't know, deflationary just means that there's more being used or burned in transaction fees and things such as that as compared to actual issuance of it. There's more being burnt than created. So it makes it deflationary, which means that there's more being used during the day than being created. So that would make less of them out. That would create. That would make a volume to where there's less out there for you to be able to own. Which, in case supply and demand, that's supposed to make the price rise. Which a lot of people are using that fact for Bitcoin, since there is a hard set supply of it. Once that supply hits its cap and everybody gets their little piece there, then they are going to actually expect it to go up. So with this, and where is my? Oh, I don't see my highlighted pieces. They must be messing up. Oh man. Okay, so all right. So with this, where was it? Oh man. Alright, I'm so very sorry, guys. Usually let me see if I have it turned off. No, it's turned on. Maybe it's because I turned off the computer and then came back. Alright, so very sorry. I still know where I got all the info in here, so I'll definitely get through this a little quick for you guys. Alright, so what I was going to bring up in this is how it's talking about what's going to happen after the merge, how it's going from the proof of work to proof of stake, how it's going to go from the mining rewards to just staking rewards. It talks about down here how there's a daily issuance of 14,600, how 13,000 of that is from mining rewards and 1,600 of it is from staking rewards from the beacon chain. So it's talking about how after the merge happens, there will no longer be those mining rewards, since it'll just be proof of stake. You'll only get rewards from staking. That 13,000 is going to be falling off, only leaving the 1,600. I checked into this myself because it didn't have like where they got their sources from, but if you go over to etherscan.io, you can actually see this information, and it's actually what they're saying here. So if you read up here above where I'm hovering, it shows that it has the new supply of Ethereum from mining, and as you can see, as I go over, it does stay around 13,000 there. It hovers anywhere from that 12,000 down there all the way up to 13,000. It looks like around 13.5 is about the average there. But this is the total mining reward. So we do know that that part is correct, that they're saying in there it's around that averagely. You can see back here whenever it was picking up back in July, whenever everybody was getting real excited about the merge. It did pick up, and we are showing about 31,000 Ethereum made from mining. So you can see that it was quite a bit back here as well. So that's quite a bit of created Ether dropping off after this merge does complete. This chart shows the actual, you can see right here where it has daily ETH2 staking rewards. You can see how that's been 0 all the way until up here. You can see that it actually starts up about right about there. So about December 1st, 2020, whenever the official first start of the merge, whenever they first started getting the beacon chain up and rolling last year, this is whenever they started the ETH2 staking rewards. And you can see up here where we're at now, it is at that 1600 mark, 161620, so 1620 is where we're at right now for ETH staking rewards. Now, the actual burnt ETH, so the daily Ether burn chart, and you can get all of this information from etherscan.io. This is where I got it. I wanted to double check what they were saying there. And you can see back here, whenever everything, all the hype and everything, we had daily Ethereum being burnt 4,000 worth of Ethereum being burnt. The high up here shows 7,000, which this is a zoomed in chart. I wanted to zoom in to kind of show from June all the way up till now. You can see we're hovering around down the low at 600 all the way up to 1600. Even over here, we even hit up into the 2000. It looks like we do hit up above 2000 quite a bit. So from the information that I showed you, I mean, it is kind of proving the fact that they had here that the staked Ethereum rewards aren't really matching up to the burn amount, which I'm not sure if this is going to change at all after the merge. I'm not sure if the burn amount will go down at all, but if it doesn't, then it is showing that Ethereum could potentially become a deflationary token, which would definitely help out with the pricing of Ethereum. So now moving on from that, we have how to use Bitcoin vouchers to buy Bitcoin with cash. This was a really cool article I wanted to bring up just to show you guys what the different types of ways that you can get into cryptocurrency. This was a really cool way that they had on here. So Bitcoin vouchers, you could see, are similar to gift cards. They can be purchased using cash or bank cards and are redeemed with Bitcoin. The amount of Bitcoin stored within vouchers is typically range from $10 to $250. So you're not going to be buying too much Bitcoin on there. It's going to be like 0.00. There's going to be a whole lot of zeros after that point before you actually get a 1 in there or any type of number. So just remember, you're not going to be getting a whole Bitcoin unless you buy a whole bunch of these vouchers. But this can be either physical or digital vouchers, but the physical Bitcoin vouchers are sold at kiosks, grocery stores, gas stations, news agents, enabling fast and easy access to Bitcoin for anybody with cash in their pockets. So this would be really cool and a really easy way for, say, a grandparent to go out there and buy Bitcoin for their grandson or somebody that in their family is into cryptocurrency, but they don't really know how to help them out with that. I can see that as a way for this to help that. Buying Bitcoin using a physical Bitcoin voucher only takes minutes and enables you to seamlessly and privately convert your fiat currency to digital currency. So that's another thing with this, and it talks about it later down at the bottom, is this is a way that, say, if the station wasn't checking to make sure that you're not a kid or something, people underage could actually go in there, buy a Bitcoin voucher, and they could own Bitcoin, and nobody would really know if they were to, say, put it on like a hard wallet or something like that. So the process of this, it shows you visit the store that sells Bitcoin vouchers, you purchase a voucher for the amount of Bitcoin that you want to buy, and then you redeem your Bitcoin by typing in the voucher's code in the provider's website and providing your Bitcoin wallet address to receive your coins. If you purchased a Bitcoin voucher that comes with the LN, so Lightning Network URL QR code, you only need to scan it with your, oh, there it is, Lightning Network wallet and receive your Bitcoin via the Lightning Network within a second. So it shows you how fast the Lightning Network is as well. So this is really cool for people to just go out there, say if you want to give this out as a gift, That's one thing that I am constantly thinking that this would be really good for if you wanted to use this as like a rewards program for people buying into your product. If you wanted to, like, say, have there's a bonus QR code in one of our orders, you could win up to $250 in Bitcoin, and then just kind of have this laying in one of your product orders. That would be pretty cool to have. So there's plenty of options on how this can be used to help out getting cryptocurrency out there to the public. So thanks to the likes of Azteco, Coinfinity, and Fast Bitcoins, they are helping to get this out there. From gas stations in Austria Alps or a news agent in Warsaw to a kiosk in Johannesburg, this Bitcoin vouchers are found in a growing number of cities in all corners of the world. So I wonder if they might have this in somewhere like America where I live. I haven't heard of anything like this around here. I know that we do have Bitcoin ATMs. I'm not sure about Bitcoin vouchers. This also talks about how it makes a lot easier for people not having to go online. There are a lot of people that love point of sale as a prefer way of buying goods rather than having to go online. It talks about down here how in places like Kenya, you can actually, like how you top up your minutes on a phone, they can use this to actually, and I've seen this, I've seen videos on like TikTok and other social media like Facebook and Twitter, where it's shown people in third world countries get onto even a basic phone that doesn't even have, not even a smartphone, but just a basic phone where you just have to type in numbers and letters. You can't really get onto the web too easily with them, but they're able to dial in into the Bitcoin network, and they're actually able to send and receive Bitcoin to help out their families or if they're needing help themselves, anything like that. So this opens up the door to that as well. So if they were to not be able to, if they didn't know how, if they weren't too savvy to, say, buy Bitcoin online, then they could actually go out to one of these kiosks, get the Bitcoin, and then use it, send it to their family if they need to, something like that. So this is just another way that cryptocurrency is helping out the world, and I love seeing it. So moving on from that, we have Coinbase will list Ethereum proof of work token if it meets listing criteria. This is pretty interesting. I just wanted to bring it up because there's a lot of people out there that are saying that there is a possibility that Ethereum might fork with this merge. And for those of you that don't know, a hard fork is just basically that the blockchain could actually split into a new chain that supports pretty much a different token. And a good example of this would be Ethereum Classic compared to Ethereum. Ethereum Classic was the original chain. They made some improvements, upgrades, and now the Ethereum Now is the current blockchain that's being used, which is now being merged into another one. So people are wondering if this might actually make a hard fork. They have, who was it? This guy down here said that there could be a possibility of there being 7 or 8 hard forks. I'm not sure if that's a possibility, but I could see it or possibly being one hard fork if something were to happen. So exchanges like Binance, OKX, all of these other ones, haven't really heard of any of these except maybe like Gate Exchange, have revealed their support for Ethereum hard fork proof of work tokens as long as these tokens meet their listing criteria. Not sure what that means, but I guarantee you if Ethereum has a new token, they are going to list it. Nobody's going to really want to be the last one to not list the new Ethereum token, whether it's a new hard fork or not. So with this, I wanted to also bring up down at the bottom, it says that Binance has said that it will suspend deposits and withdrawals for Ethereum and all ERC20 tokens by 11 UTC September 6th and midnight UTC September 15th. So they did make a Twitter post talking about this as well, kind of announcing it officially. This was yesterday morning. They talked about how they're going to be closing it down starting from August 31st. at 6:30 a.m. UTC. So make sure to figure out exactly what time that is your time if you're in Binance with your Ethereum. If you need to do anything with it, or if you need to, say, get into it a little bit more, I believe that they're also stopping the deposits in there eventually as well, just to make sure. I believe it's probably going to be for this, in case there's any like hard forks or anything, they want to make sure that they're able to get correct snapshots so that they can merge those over. I believe it says something about that down here. Not exactly sure. No, I think they were talking about that in their actual post there. Didn't want to get too much into it, but yeah, you can go over to their Twitter account and they have more information on it as well about what all is going to be taken away and when it will be coming back, which they will announce eventually when it does reopen for withdrawals. They don't have an exact date for that just yet. So moving on from that, new competitor carves away at OpenSea's non-fungible token marketplace supremacy. This was pretty interesting to see. Wanted to put this out here for any of you NFT people. I know there's plenty of people out there that just love flipping NFTs, getting into them. I personally don't have too many NFTs. I have a few Ethereum ones, as well as a few NFTs in my Hashpack wallet. No, I believe I only have one as far as Hedera as of right now. Yeah, I just have my one Hedera Hashgraph NFT, but I am looking to get a few more. I know that they're pretty fun to hang on to. I like the communities that are with a lot of these NFTs. I know one thing that I definitely look for is a good community, and then the second thing is that it has to have some kind of utility to the NFT. I don't want to just have some picture just to have it. I'm not really an artsy type of guy. So this is talking about, it's a NFT marketplace. Not sure if everybody on here has heard about it, but it's called SudoSwap, and it has started to cut into the OpenSea stranglehold of the NFT space, with its daily volume reaching 10% of OpenSea's in less than a month. So it's not that much. That 10% isn't that much, honestly, but it is starting to take a chunk out of it. And so this definitely is something to watch, since it's starting to get such a large chunk out of it, because I haven't heard of any other projects out there on Ethereum that are trying to battle up against this NFT marketplace like this one, OpenSea. I know that there are plenty of other ones on other chains, but this is pretty cool to see them actually getting into it. You can see that they don't have too much total volume lock. I would honestly consider them a very small cap. If you are looking into it, I would be very careful if you are going to get onto this marketplace whatsoever and do any transactions, especially with the low value lock. That could definitely be messed with quite a bit. And with it being such a new project, you definitely want to be careful as far as people getting hacked and the likes of that. But you can see all the collections that they have on here. One of the ones that I knew about, Pudgy Penguins down here. I think I've heard of the potatoes as well. But they do have quite a bit of projects on here already. You can see that you can load quite a bit more. You can look through them pretty easily. It shows the floor price, best offer total value locked, volume. So it gives you plenty of information along with how many are listed. Not sure how easy it is to buy or sell them on here exactly. Oh, and another thing that I did want to bring up that was really big about this, they talk about how the price on here is, yeah, right here. So trading on SudoSwap means you only pay a 0.5% fee versus the usual 7.5%. That's 2.5% plus 5% royalty fee on other platforms, enabling better price discovery. So that was a really big thing to see, along with their option to use NFT swapping contracts. They use smart contracts to allow you to buy NFTs in bulk, and that can make them up to 40% cheaper. So those are a couple of reasons why people are actually moving over into this NFT marketplace versus OpenSea, because they're able to make a lot more money out of it, as far as, the creator making money rather than the exchange making money on it. So moving on from that, we have some information on Mt. Gox. Not sure if everybody on here has heard about them, but if you have, here's a reason why you shouldn't panic over it. I know that I was a bit worried about it whenever I first heard about it. This definitely eased my worries about it, so I wanted to bring it up for you guys as well. And look, hey, okay, so I have my highlighting on here. That's pretty cool. I love how it goes for the last one. I wonder if it's on this on my last slide as well. But well, not last slide, but last article. But just to move on from this, so ahead of the payout of 137,000 Bitcoin to customer of the Mt. Gox trading platform. For those of you guys that don't know, Mt. Gox got hacked a long time ago. The hacker got a ton of Bitcoin, as you can see here. They got everything corrected. They are now looking at getting this back to the people. So this is talking about how they're going to do it. So the creditors were given the option of getting their Bitcoin early in partial lump sum payment, or wait until the end of the civil rehabilitation once more funds are available for disbursement. So this is basically talking about how it's not going to be all just one big swoop. It's not going to be just a big drop in the Bitcoin price because they all got their stuff and they're just waiting to cash out. It says that it's starting the repayment process tomorrow, so creditors will begin to receive their Bitcoin. The entire process will take months. So along with that, it also talks about how these guys, I mean, I would be the same way. Even though these people are getting their Bitcoin, you have to remember how far Bitcoin has fallen since the time that these people have gotten their Bitcoin stolen. I know that some of them might be a little up, maybe even breaking even, but a lot of them I'm sure are a little bit down. Notably, Bitcoin has dropped 60% from its all-time high. So Bitcoin is pretty far down there compared to where it used to be. So I can see quite a bit of these people. If it was me, honestly, I would hold on to it until the next bull run. That's going to be happening either this next year or the year after. I can see one happening in the next couple of years, definitely. So I definitely wanted to get into here in the bear market. That way I can make get my little bit of real estate on YouTube. Then once this bull run comes, I know that it's definitely going to be popping off. Can't wait for that. So Ava Labs president, fundamentals of crypto are absolutely increasing and improving. I really wanted to get this one onto here, especially for the last article, because it is an amazing article to go through. Definitely gives us a little bit more inspiration on what crypto is doing and why we need to stick with it. Make sure to get subscribed on this channel. We will be talking about crypto all through this bear market, figuring out exactly which ones might be making it through the bear market. That way we can come out winners at the end. So I'm doing all this research, figuring out what's happening in this market. That way we can all learn about it. So this is John Wu, and it looks like it did take off the highlighting for this, so luckily I remember where everything is. John Wu, the president of the blockchain startup Ava Labs. They're the people that made AVAX. If you guys can see it back here, that's that token, Avalanche back there. It's one of my favorite tokens. Just a disclaimer, I do own some Avalanche. I'm not trying to shill it to you guys. Make your own financial decisions. This is one of my favorite crypto plays as far as getting into the gaming verse, though. Just to let you guys know, I would recommend doing a little bit of digging into Avalanche blockchain if you haven't already. So Wu's comment down here is what I really wanted to go over. He explains what's happening beautifully in this bear market. So what the market needs to understand is that there will be alpha in the crypto asset space. There's very good reasons for that. The fundamentals are absolutely increasing and improving. As for the technicals, if you think about the crypto market caps, they've gone down, but stable coins have not. So he's talking about how everybody's still building on their blockchains. They're trying to improve upon their blockchains. Even though the markets out there aren't really showing it, you can see that prices are still going down. There's not too much as far as pumps whenever anybody does announce anything happening on their chains. But it states right here that stable coins have not. which they're trying to say that there's people out there that have their money in stablecoins just waiting for the time to pounce on things whenever they believe that bull market's going to be coming. That's when they're going to be moving those stablecoins into crypto to help catch the wave up. That tells you a lot of people are just hiding and they're ready to deploy. So like I was just saying, I personally think the winter will be here for a little bit longer, but what I'm really looking forward to is when these new applications, these new protocols that literally redefine the way businesses operate and will be built. What you can do when tokenization is here in full swing is you're going to encode the business logic into the smart contract, and then the platform is the business. So he's talking about how everything's set up. Once everything's set up within the crypto space, these businesses will just have a streamlined process to get their business onto the blockchain and get everything running. He's saying that right now, during the bear market, these blockchains are working tirelessly to get things ready for whenever these businesses do decide to get onto these blockchains, especially once all of these regulations get through with the SEC and everything. Whenever they figure out exactly what the rules are behind cryptocurrencies, these businesses are going to be flooding in to get their piece of real estate in blockchains. It says more down here about how in an interview with Anthony Papliano during an interview, that several big names in the world of finance and gaming are expected to get on board with Avalanche in the coming year. So that was really exciting to hear. While Wu said that he was unable to give specific names, he did indicate that he was really excited about the unannounced partnerships, including several big brand enterprises. So I'm really interested to see who exactly is going to be working with Avalanche. As reported in the Daily Huddle, he talks a little bit more. I wish I could give you specific names, but I am really excited about certain big brand traditional enterprises who are going to be doing some cool stuff on Avalanche. He said that the smart contract platform was generating interest with both financial services. That is a really big sector, so I'm glad that Avalanche is gaining eyes on that, and gaming companies. So like I said, they are a big gaming play that I have in the blockchain space. He noted that Avalanche had managed to gain a significant amount of visibility in the gaming community due to the adoption of subnets by gamers. I know that one of the biggest subnets that they have on their DeFi Kingdoms is one that recently got onto Avalanche, I believe this year, that is just killing it on their network, doing tons of transactions on there. So he announced that they would be announced later. Let me see here. I wish that I would have had my highlighting on here. Sorry, guys. Let me see. Okay, so it was this last part. So this last part, beautiful way to sum it up. A lot of financial services players are actually experimenting with blockchain. The amount of experimentation of blockchain development, not just experimentation, innovation labs, but the amount of development, they are looking at the technology as a way to create efficiency and create more productivity and squeeze costs out. So this last part really got me to thinking about ISO 20022 on how it's going to be helping the monetary policy, how that standardization is going to be helping to make all of the banks across the globe onto one type of messaging platform so that they can get their payments out there quicker. They can make sure that everything is streamlined, and it'll help, like it says down here, squeeze costs out, which will help everyone. So that's it for today's video. Like I said, I wanted to bring this up. This was an amazing article. Loved how much the president of Avalanche was talking about crypto, how beautifully he put it all just to explain exactly what's happening in the bear market. Even though prices are currently going down, they are looking pretty crappy right now. But yeah, make sure to keep your heads up. Make sure to keep in the news, because this is the best time to get into cryptocurrency. This is the time where people will be turned into millionaires, billionaires, whenever people will be able to make thousands of dollars out of hundreds of dollars. So make sure to get subscribed to this channel. That way you can keep up with that news. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.